Hey guys, it's Stacy-Ann again. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's been a long day for me. I just wanted to get on here real quick and just give you an idea of what I do on a day-to-day when it comes to nighttime routine and refreshing my hair. Now, one of the last YouTube videos I did was the concoction that I put together to re-moisturize my hair. I call it my moisturizing spray. So it's here. I'm actually almost out. I have to make up a new batch, but it has aloe vera juice mixed with water and also essential oils. I usually put in like geranium, lavender, and sometimes I may switch it up and put in some tea tree oil or something like that. And these are essential oils, 100% organic. If you do decide to go this route, I suggest you make sure you read up on essential oils. Do a test, make sure you're not allergic or anything like that. And also make sure you get it from a manufacturer that's like 100% organic and all that good stuff. So that said, before I get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Now, as you can see, my hair is sectioned off. And you know, while I do this, I make sure I have my concoction, as I mentioned. I also make sure I have like my oil. In this case, I have castor oil. If you watched my myths video, my myths regarding 4C hair, one of the things I talk about is moisturizing my hair every day. It is super important for me to add some type of moisture on a daily basis. I mean, I may skip a day, but 99.9% of the times I'm moisturizing my hair. So I usually have an oil, my moisturizing spray, and I have these bad boys. If you haven't invested in a good pair of shears, go ahead, because I feel like I'm cutting my hair every day pretty much. Yeah, 4C hair, what we go through. Maybe I should do a video on that. What we go through. People say, yeah, trim your ends every 4 to 6 weeks, 2 to 3 months, all this. I feel like I'm trimming my hair every day. So I'll explain in another video why that is. And you'll see it now, as a matter of fact. So I section my hair, as you can see. I usually do 2 sections. I pretty much put it up with a hair tie. Sorry if you're hearing a lot of banging. I'm like downstairs in my closet and everybody upstairs is like, it's like they're tearing down the house. So I put my hair in sections, and each section, I think I was in the middle of a braid here because I started and I said, you know what? I want to do a video on this so people can see what it is I do to refresh my braid out on a day-to-day and what I do. So as I go, I will kind of let you know what I'm doing. So this is like one of the sections. I do like small sections and I spray as I go just to add some moisture. And this resets my hair. I feel like when the bonds, the hydrogen bonds of your hair, if you will, gets restructured once you spray your hair or add some type of moisture to it. And then when it dries, the bond is reset. So for me, it gives me really good definition, just in layman's terms. So as you can see, my hair is pretty much good to go. All right, so that is one strand. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna take another section, and notice I'm not using a comb. That's because during the week, I rarely use a comb on my hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this spray a little bit, and I'm just misting my hair. I'm not soaking, making it soaking wet. So I'm just gonna add a little mist that adds a little moisture. And then I'm just gonna continue to cornrow my hair. Yes, I prefer cornrow because I find that I get best definition and the best look that I want. And again, this works for me. I also have a tutorial to corn braids. I did it on my daughters a while ago. It was like Dutch braids, but just for you guys to get the technique if you don't know how to do it. I will post a link also in the description box. So there you have it. And as I go, I'm kind of like finger detangling a little bit. And about halfway, I start to twist. Just like that. And I do this for time constraints because with my job, I'm always having to get ready quickly. And so I find that twisting it halfway, it saves me time. So I start with like a corn braid or Dutch braid. Back home I say Cornrow. So I'm going to take another piece like that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to spray, and this is just like a light mist. And I feel like this is like hydrating my hair, and adding moisture for me helps so much, especially when it comes to those god-awful single strand knots. You know what I'm talking about, right? Such a pain in the you know what. So I find that when your hair is wet and you're braiding it, or if it's like just damp, it's just easier to manipulate than when it's dry. And I don't know if you remember when you were a kid, right? Your mom used to braid your hair. I know mine never wet it. It was always a dry comb, dry brush, and it's just raking through. So this is like a 3-strand braid right now. Halfway there, I'm gonna then turn it into a 2-strand twist. And that is what I do. Okay. Right. So just like that, that's what I do. And notice these braids are a little bit smaller. And yes, the reason why I have my shears here is that sometimes like I'll finger detangle, but for whatever reason, I sense like I don't like to see these little straggly pieces. So what I'm going to do is just cut them off. They got to go. And I do this, I feel like I'm doing this like every day. And these are just strays, just those strands that, and this is typical for 4C hair. Always happens. You get those little straggly ends. And the reason why I cut them off is because when my hair is out, I just don't want to see those little straggly ends kind of sticking out. So that's why I do it that way. So again, I like my hair to look, you know, evenly, just even all around, if that makes sense. When you see straggly pieces, you think damage, damaged ends. I used to hold on to them for dear life. But because of that, I feel like now I can't really get into the routine of trimming my hair every 2 to 3 months. I just feel like I'm always doing a search and destroy, period. And I notice with other curl patterns, you know, everybody, all curly heads get single strand knots. I know that, but for some reason with 4C hair, because of the kinks and coils and type 4 hair in general, and depending on your porosity and all that stuff, I know that, you know, you may or may not have these knots that just are a pain in the you know what, you know. So here I am again. I'm sorry you can't see the back. So I'm gonna finish this back, and again, my hair is, you know, a little bit damp, not completely wet, because my hair is on the lower porosity side. So I don't want to wake up in the morning and take my hair out, and then as I'm untwisting and unraveling, my hair is damp. I hate that, especially on humid days. That's when it's most annoying because it takes forever to dry. So right now my hair is just a little damp. So by tomorrow morning, I know that my hair will be nice and just nice and moisturized. Okay. And I already have leftover oil from before. It's just kind of like re-wetting. And then, you know, as I go, I think I wait for the end for me to like maybe put a little bit of oil. But one thing I do before I even get to the top is I'll even do this. right? And I'll take my castor oil. So I wet it, take my castor oil, and just take a little dab here and go over my edges. Because my edges, if I don't do this, I lose my edges, right? And whatever excess, I run it down like that. Okay, just like that. All right, so this is the final braid in the back. And this is not to be mistaken. This is not like a style I'm supposed to be rocking outside or anything like that. This is just like my bedtime routine. So it's not gonna look like super cute or anything, but I'm just gonna turn around so you can see what it looks like in the back. So as you see, these are just straight up cornrows that it's just me resetting my hair for the night. And there you go again. I finger detangle as I go, but every once in a while I get these little strays, as you could see here. So there, that part came out. But I'm gonna take the scissor and not looking like in the mirror, but just, I can't even see. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna take off the little stragglies. And normally I do trim my hair every so often, but I find myself doing it as needed, and there are times when I have to do it a little bit more because of moments like this. So this is again what the back is looking like, and I do it this way because I like the way it comes out. It looks just a lot more full and less like separated. It just falls better, and it also looks much better on camera versus your normal individual twist out or braid out. So this is the top, and as I mentioned before, I did moisturize my edges. This is something I do every single night, moisturize my edges, because that's like the first to get dry and very brittle. So the top I then do, interestingly enough, I take in parts, and again, instead of ripping through my hair, I just spritz it a little bit and I finger comb or finger part my hair. It's not super parted straight or anything like that. And I just catch up the rest over here. And I just twist. But this I like to do towards the front, so you could kind of see my technique and how I do this. And it's not to be super neat. If I wanted it to be neat, as a matter of fact, and I also have to untwist as I go too. Some ends are still like, I don't want to rip through my hair, but this is what I kind of have to deal with sometimes. Sometimes it means that I have to separate individually and wet a little bit. And this is not like super wet hair, but you can kind of see how I'm doing it. So it's like kind of chunky and all over the place, but I like it better that way because then it doesn't look super structured. It doesn't look super structured or anything like that, and it's much easier. So it's kind of like a cornrow followed by a 3-strand twist, and then I get to a point where again I'm halfway and I twist the rest. So this is how it ends up looking. See, not super duper neat. I'm not really using a mirror, so I'm kind of going off for this little camera phone here. Okay, just want to make sure it's not sticking out. I've also tried, interestingly enough, I tried blow drying my hair and then doing a braid out to see how it looks. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll do a side by side, but I find that my hair looks much better when it's in its unstretched state and I just stretch my hair using the braid out method, you know, instead of like blow drying it straight and then trying the braid out. It never looks right, because sometimes I want that stretcher, is that a word? I want that more stretch look, but it's to me it's just not worth it, because it ends up not looking as good, and it's not as like textured, and I like the more textured look. So again, I'm gonna spray a little bit, gonna unravel some are like sticking them together. And doing this every day for me is, some people say, My sister came over the other day and was just like, you do this every day? I was like, practically every day. But, you know, there are times where I may just sleep with a satin bonnet for the next day. But if I want the really nice, stretched, crisp, braid out look, this is what I do. Yeah. All right. So this I'm just going to do in just one take here. And it's not really a big, super big piece, but it's kind of a little bigger than most pieces. This is when I get annoyed. No, not annoyed. Not necessarily annoyed, but I'm like, okay, I'm nearing the end. It's time. I just want to be done. Okay, so this normally, I kid, by the way. This normally takes, I'd say, about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what steps I'm taking for the day. Because I'm just lightly misting my hair to add some moisture. Okay, I hit a snag. So instead of going through it, I'm glad this has happened. Hit a little bit of a snag, so just wanted to comb through it with my fingers rather than rip through my hair to gently detangle. So I'm not like damaging the ends, I'm preserving the ends, or trying to as much as I can. But since I'm not doing too much in terms of like the whole entire process of the lock method, this is not wash day. Wash day usually takes a little bit longer because it involves more detangling. So what I'm doing is I'm just finishing the last piece right here. And then this is what my hair is looking like. I know it doesn't look too super glamorous, but this is what I'm gonna do here. And now I'm gonna take this is my Grace Alea slap. I'm gonna put this on because I am gonna go for a walk with the family. And while I'm at it, I'm just gonna tuck it under. And this is pretty much my routine. And again, it varies. I mean, each day, each night varies a little bit, but now I have an early start tomorrow morning. And there's really nothing else to it. That's pretty much it. So guys, I appreciate you watching. It's my night routine. I'm gonna go out and get a good workout in. Workout meaning a nice light walk with the kids, the family and I. And I'm calling it a night. Come back, take a shower, call it a night. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate all the support. And if you have any ideas as to what video I should make next, please leave it in the comments. And I've got some links down below for you to check out. Hopefully it'll help you on your hair journey. All right, guys. Bye.